I've done this game to death. Out of all the games I own, this is probably the one that I've played the most on my channel. I have so many videos of this, it's ridiculous. You know what live streaming is, right? I played this game live on a broadcast like so many times. At least 20, I don't know. I lost count. But the reason why I did it so much, because it would pretty much be, it would always work. Somebody would always want to watch it. You know why that is? Because this game is fucking good. It's a very good game. It's one of the very few games I would call a 10 out of 10. And I'm going to skip all the cutscenes because I assume we all know the story. Everybody in the world has played Resident Evil 1. Maybe not the remake, but at least one. The original. And Jill's easily my favorite because she has 8 item slots and Chris only has 6. And it's just always fucking tedious to be Chris. It's true that Chris can take more damage, but I'd rather have more item space. But out of all the old school Resident Evil games, this one's the best one. The remake. And there's a reason why, like, you know how they redid Resident Evil 2 and 3? There's a reason why they didn't redo the first one. Because they don't need to. This game exists. They don't need to when this game exists. This game is good. It's very hard. It's very intense. Right now I have an infinite pistol. It's sort of like cheating, but it's just a pistol, so it'll still be challenging. And you know me, I gotta kill everything. And I will. Everything's gonna die tonight. These are all abominations. These things are just not good in any way. All they want to do is eat people. Now, I had an idea of what this story was about. I'm talking, like, the game's story begins at Resident Evil 0. The entirety of Resident Evil history begins at Resident Evil 0. And, like, I thought I knew the story of that game, but apparently I was completely wrong. But I kind of feel like telling you my version of the story, because I think my version is good anyways. I'm not gonna be cocky and say it's better than the original story, but I think it's pretty good. And I seriously thought this was what the story was. The T-virus was the first virus strain that was made to turn people into terrible eating machines. There was a guy named James Marcus. He's the original he's the guy that originally made the T-virus. And he had this, like, he taught the training, like, there's a training school when you wish to become an umbrella scientist. You gotta go through their training school. And James Marcus was I'm just gonna call him Marcus. He was the leader of that entire program. He was the professor. And, like, a couple of his best students was Wesker and a guy named William Birkin. Wesker and William were friends for a very long time. And, They both they both like worked under him, like directly under him. And Marcus, what he wanted to do was find out the secret to immortality. But every time he revived something, it would just be like Pet Cemetery. It would just be something terrible. And for some reason, for God knows what, God knows why, but it would just always want to fucking eat things, and it would have virtually no intelligence. And like, he kept on testing his virus on animals, particularly leeches. He had some kind of weird fascination with leeches. And the experiment was going nowhere. He just wasn't getting the results that he wanted. And Wesker and William were eventually like, well, why don't you test it on humans? That would just yield more, you know, the kind of results we're looking for, wouldn't it? And Marcus would be like, but that's fucked up. I don't want it to go there. And eventually, after a long time, Wesker and Birkin just kind of had enough of his bullshit and killed him and took over his project. And Wesker just continued to keep working on the T virus, while William turned into something completely different called the G virus. They went their separate ways. They pretty much never saw each other again after that. And Wesker, being the dick that he is, like, Wesker's just a completely bad person. He does not care about anyone but himself. And he was the leader of the STARS team, the entire STARS team. And STARS members are a very elite group of, I think they're police officers, but whatever they are, they're really good at fighting. And they all have their unique talents. And Wesker wanted to test out his creatures, like the effectiveness of their, like, just how well they killed things. And he thought the STARS members would be the perfect, like, trial to see if they can kill formidable people. So he led them all here to this place, which is the place where the T-virus experiments went on. And all these people I'm killing are people that work for Umbrella. These are all scientists or some kind of security guard. And like, the reason why the first game did so well was because, at least for me anyways, it was the first game to actually have like some mystery behind it. Like, what, like, you keep finding all these diaries and stuff, and it's really obvious that it's not your usual house. There's so many weird secret ways and really odd things, and like, it intrigued me. It intrigued almost anybody. And it was fun for people to watch and play. And like me, I remember the first time I played this, I was with a group of my friends, and we would all just put our heads together and try to find out what the hell we were supposed to do. It's been quite some time since I played this. Yeah, I kind of got sick of this game after playing it so damn much on my channel, but I think I've been away from this game long enough to actually enjoy it again. And I want to play something I enjoy right now. And just talk. This is somewhat of a BS video. You know, I think I am going to call it a BS video. Because I am literally telling you a BS story. It's not canon. Well, anyways. Chris and Wesker are actually friends. They were really good friends and, like, they respected each other. And, Chris, like, Wesker pretty much wanted him to join him. And, like, Chris was like, hell no, and he just ruined everything that Wesker worked on. Like, everything was gone after this game. So Wesker just absolutely hates Chris's guts. And Barry,
oh God,
that poor guy, Wesker pretty much had his family hostage and said, you gotta do whatever the hell I say or they die. So Barry has to. But Barry's a really nice guy. He ends up not following all of his orders at the end. But, but a lot of people would be like, when it comes to the old school Resident Evil games, a lot of people would be like, the second Resident Evil was better. The fucking... It's usually going to be the second one. A lot of people think the second one's the best one when it comes to the remake. I mean, when it comes to the old school Resident Evil games. And it's this one. It's this one that's the best. Don't listen to them, it's this one. The first Resident Evil remake. And you know why this one was so good? Because the original director made it. The guy that made the first Resident Evil, he also made this one. And, I kind of... liked how they made this, like, a very familiar experience, but at the same time it felt really new, because this house is like fucking 2 or 3 times bigger than the original house. And it's all for the better. Like, they're all really cool places, and the graphics are just fucking phenomenal for its time, and it still looks good. The reason why this game was somewhat of it was somewhat of an obscure title, because it was released for GameCube only, and it was only on GameCube for like the longest time, like at least more than 10 years. And I was so damn glad when it came out for PS4, because I was like, yes, I can make videos about this. Hell yeah. And I really like the violence of this one. Like, every time you blow off the head, it's just never not awesome. And there would be like all kinds of cool shit, like if you get these things called defensive items, where you get to like save yourself from a bite by putting a dagger in their head or something like that, and if you blow off their head, you get that dagger back, and that's pretty cool. And everybody knows about this. Like, oh, You dogs! Stop it! Don't open that door. There's dogs out there. Speaking of dogs, I gotta go call some dogs. But after the first one was over, after the first Resident Evil was over, Chris immediately fucking left town. He was like, the outbreak will happen. I'm out of here. While Jill stayed. Jill really cares about the community here. And she wanted to save them, like she wanted to help them in any way she could, so she decided to stay. And I don't know what the hell Barry did. I think Barry was out of town too, because he ends up saving Jill in the end. At the end of Resident Evil 3. That's how she escapes town. Barry comes in, picks her up with a helicopter. Yeah, he knew better too. Barry did leave town with his family. And his family didn't want him to go. But he was like, I gotta go back and save my friend. But Resident Evil 1, though, very original. That was the very first Resident Evil that was the very first video game that ever creeped me out. So I liked it for that. Like, when I played it, I just felt like I had to get to the bottom of this. Why is this going on? And playing this game back then, like, it's kind of a confusing place with a lot of thinking involved. And like, it kind of made you feel like a smart person. So I liked it for that too. I kind of felt smart. But the reason why the virus broke out in the first place, one of the diaries you find is a very infamous one. Almost everybody remembers that diary. It's the diary of the guy that was in charge of watching the dogs. And like, he fucked up one day and a couple of the dogs got out. Actually, about 4 of them maybe, I think. I think it was about 4 of them. And when you fuck up, when you're an Umbrella employee and you fuck up, you get punished severely. Like, you do not want to mess up your job when you're part of Umbrella. They'll use you for you'll either be used for test subject or be tortured or just straight up killed. So he didn't tell anybody about it when the dogs escaped. And there were so many of them, like nobody really noticed a few of them were gone. Like, he didn't tell anybody. He didn't want to die. And if he would have just said something, it might have been taken care of before it got spread to the whole damn town. And in that diary, like the guy that was in charge of the dogs, he would feed them pigs, and they would just tear it apart, and it would just be disgusting to watch. He was pretty disturbed by his job. He didn't like doing it that much. And he hung out with this one guy a lot who was also a guard. And they always played poker to pass the time. And he would always cheat or something. He would just get on his nerves in some way. So he didn't like him. But he was really the only guy to hang out with, so he just kind of put up with it. And after the guard fucked up, he was one of the first ones to actually turn into a zombie in this house. And the guy that he didn't like that much, he came by like usual to hang out with him, and he fucking ate him. And some of his consciousness, like very, very, very little of his consciousness was still left. And on the very last diary, entry of his diary just says tasty, itchy, tasty. That's all it says. Boy, it's been a while. I don't know what I'm doing right now. I'm just here to yap about bullshit anyways. But you know what I liked about James Marcus? Since he was in charge of the entire school, you know, the academy, the Umbrella Academy, he had a little motto that he taught everybody. And this little motto is basically a mantra. Like, it's a brainwashing mantra. He would say, obedience breeds discipline. Discipline breeds unity. Unity breeds power. Power is life. Now, if that's not some brainwashing mantra, I don't know what is. The very last line, power is life, that's just straight up evil. You have lost your soul. You just want more and more and more until there's just nothing more to take. Is there anything else to talk about this game? Or other games? I mean, beyond Resident Evil, I talked a little bit about Resident Evil 3. And I could be talking about Resident Evil Code Veronica, but that would be pointless since I'm doing the whole video about it. And Resident Evil 4, which would be the next one. That one's story is not even worth talking about. That was their worst story by far. They just did not... I don't know what happened there. But here's the guy. This is the guy that let the dogs loose. It was this guy's whole fault. It was all of this guy's fault that the outbreak happened. So in a way, and that's the guy that hung out with him all the time. So in a way, I just avenged the entire town now. Whoa. See, that's what I like about this game, like... Like, that guy was not standing there before. But suddenly he's there. Like, this game has, like, a few surprises like that, and sometimes they'll, like, bust through doors and shit. You just generally had this sense of, like, not feeling safe ever. And, oh! That's one of my friends. He has a bunch of grenades on him. I can't shoot him. He's just a zombie I always have to deal with. If I shoot, we all die. And this game was the first time I got to hear a classical song being used in a video game. What the fuck? I thought I killed that guy. Oh, he's definitely dead now. I heard his head explode. Yeah, if you blow their head off, they're completely dead. I don't think I even have to say that, but... But if you don't blow off their head, they're still alive. They will come back later as a more fierce zombie called Crimson Heads. And Crimson Heads are an absolute shit show. Even if you have a shotgun, there's a chance they'll hit you anyways. Yeah, and Crimson Heads run at you and shit. That's just crazy. To prevent the Crimson Heads from happening, you gotta burn their bodies after you beat them. But I never burned their bodies. I think this game is extra fun when they all turn into Crimson Heads. I appreciate a challenge when it comes to Resident Evil. I want it to be as hard as possible, so it gives me that, so I feel proud of myself if I do live through it. And Resident Evil 5, it had an interesting area. Like, I thought it was cool that it was in Africa, but they totally, I feel like they totally missed an opportunity. Like, they could have made that game way cooler. I was expecting to be in a jungle or something and a bunch of fucking lions are after you or something like that, which would be pretty intense. I thought something like that was gonna happen, but that never happened. And they originally wanted, you know, Africans there. And like a whole bunch of, I'm not racist, but it would have been cool if there were a whole bunch of angry African zombies after you. It would have been cool. It just would have been, okay? First, we must see no evil. See no evil, hear no evil. You get the idea. And there's some creepy coffin up there, and I just had to know what was in that coffin. I had to get to the bottom of that. What is in there? And this is sort of a waste of time. Like, I'm about to meet Richard. I'm sure you all know who Richard is. The guy that got bit by the big ass snake, and you gotta get the serum for him. Oh! Damn, they're really damaging. They really fuck you up. See, here's Richard. He just got bit. Oh man, I didn't want to immediately go back out. There's a freaking Crimson Head out here. Ah, whoa! I do not want to fight him right now. I don't have any shotgun rounds. And shooting at him with a dinky pistol will you'll just get hit. But no matter what you do, your teammates die in this game, which is shitty. The only ones you can save is just Chris or Jill, depending on who you pick. That's about it. Everybody else is doomed. Like, that was the whole point of you coming here in the first place. To save anybody that might be alive. You don't get to save any of them. They all die on you. The only one that you technically save is just Rebecca. And it kind of makes sense because Rebecca is a medic. So she probably knew how to survive. Oh shit. I almost forgot why I came here in the first place. It is worth it to save him with the serum. You get a brand new shotgun. And it's awesome. It's a good weapon. I'm gonna risk it. Run right up the door. I risked getting bit. Just so I can get there faster. And that giant snake is a bitch. I always end up getting hit by that thing. And it's gay when that happens. Because then you gotta go get the serum all over again. Or sometimes you don't even get to do that. Oh my god, I forgot about him. Ah! Oh my... Man, he messed me up. Fucking jerk. Here's the serum. Don't die. And they did give you a little surprise, because in the original he dies, even if you give it to him. But in this one he actually lives. But he'll die later. Now these old school Resident Evil games are interesting because you gotta use your ears. Like this guy, like you can't see him. You gotta see him with your ears. Yeah, the reason why they did all these like different camera views was just for that reason. You just never know what you might see on the next corner. And it made you feel tense all the time. Which was fucking genius. And for some odd reason, there's a guy in here. Oh, it's my fucking friend too, which makes even less sense. That's my crazy friend with the grenades. And that guy's gonna wake up later and that'll be a shit show. And that tiny lass. You just don't want to meet those things in a thin area like that. You want some kind of room to dodge them, but I won't be able to dodge them. I'll have to have a shotgun. Now this puzzle, I never knew how to get... I don't know the answer to this puzzle. I just keep pushing things. And you'll just kind of get it. I just keep pushing things until I get it. There's a hint over there, but... for some reason I was always lazy about it. I was always lazy about looking at that hint. I don't like thinking often. I don't like thinking much. If you biff this, a whole bunch of poison starts coming out. If you biff this, they're like, you don't live here. Intruder alert. Releasing poison now. I did that all for a box. What could be in there? There's just mysteries all over this bitch. It's even called a mysterious box. And this is no ordinary box. We're gonna need 4 of those things total to get to Madhouse number 2. This is only the first house. There's a whole nother house somewhere, and it's even crazier. I'm gonna go unlock that door, because you just never know. You just never know in this game. Even if you think you have this game completely memorized, it still surprises you in some way. It's awesome. This game is intense. It's awesome. And like, every time I stream this game live, every time I play this game live online, broadcasting it, like I would want to try to beat it without dying, and it never fucking happened. I tried so many times. It didn't matter how much practice I had, something would always kill me, eventually. And that's exactly what I'm gonna do tonight. I'm gonna try to beat this without dying. And if I pull it off, you guys are in for a special treat. Here's Barry. I scare him. Like, I give him a scare. Because he's doing shady things. He's kind of betraying me, so... There's lots of hints that he's, like, a little off. He's like, you're acting a little weird today, Barry. What's up? You're not gonna betray me, are you? I just simply do not have the space. And plus, like, things are just so much more convenient when you're Jill instead of Chris. Jill gets the lockpick. Chris has to find even more keys, and it's just fucking annoying. The only plus side about Chris that I like... I'm just gonna go through anyways. Now I can't use this door anymore from that side. And for some reason... What? Huh. Yeah, it doesn't matter how much you memorize this game. That guy with the fucking grenades strapped on, you know, your friend with the grenades all over his body. He'll be anywhere. You'll never know where he'll be. And it's awesome. Green. Nope. I gotta make this green. Voila. That looks like purple or blue to me. I'm kind of colorblind. Purple. I'm gonna assume that's the right color. Even if I assume wrong, I can totally kill all of these fucking crows. It'll be annoying, but I'll get the job done. They'll peck me a lot before I kill all of them. But I'll come out victorious. But this house is just weird as fuck, ain't it? Who keeps crows in their house ready to attack any unwanted intruders? It makes no sense, but whatever. See, if I was Chris, I wouldn't have been able to open that and have this nice little shortcut. Everything just takes longer. Everything's just not necessarily harder, just fucking more annoying. The only plus side about Chris I like is just the fact that he gets more critical headshots. He blows off more heads than Joe, which is awesome. Yeah, his talent is marksmanship. He's the best marksman in the whole team. Well, I just need one more mask. Where do I find that thing? Oh yeah, I need a lighter now. I didn't even grab the damn bazooka yet. I'm gonna get the bazooka. I'll definitely need that to survive the night. There's some terrifying things later. Originally, this is where you're supposed to find your crazy grenade friend. But right now, he's just up and running around the house. Oh yeah, and that's the other thing I don't like. There's just way too many reasons why I don't want to be Chris. Chris doesn't get that weapon. And more weapons, the funner, you know? It's just funner. Chris is just a pair of tits. Oh, I bet that. Oh, yep, he's ready. He's ready for me. He's like, surprise, surprise. Oh, shit. I guess I didn't surprise anybody. Yeah, you can recognize they're about to do that to you if their skin color's different. Plus they'll have claws coming out of their fingers. Barry's such a cool friend. He left some items for me. Barry is pretty awesome. He leaves a lot of good stuff for you. Like he gave me acid rounds for the bazooka earlier. And those rounds are awesome. Look at that, first aid. I would always welcome that. I was just carrying around one stopping, you know, quote unquote stopping power weapon. Whoa! I couldn't tell a skin color from that view. See how fast they are? They're just fucking intimidating. Like I had a stopping power weapon with me, but he was scaring me, so I ran. And Richard's just chilling here. He's like, don't worry, I'm not gonna die.
The others.
What others? They're all fucking dead, dude. You're the only one left. You do find another guy later, but he dies on you faster than you can say, oh my god, my friend died again. Ah! Oh, I'm screwed. Oh man. Damn it, Forrest. We were friends, remember? Snap out of it, Forrest. Don't make me kill all of us. God, Forrest hurts. There, we can play some music now. Let's go play some music and see what happens. Like, why would you play music? Like, if I was in this situation, I wouldn't have fucking guessed at all to play that piano. I would have been stuck here forever. But Jill was like, oh, let's play the piano. Because I can. Chris can't play the piano. And like it's funny because he has to have Rebecca do it for him, and Rebecca kind of sucks too, and Chris starts giving him shit. Chris starts giving her shit, and like, dude, you didn't do any better, you did like way worse, like why are you giving me shit? Yep, and the first Resident Evil, you gotta party till 6 in the morning. That's when the chopper will come. And pick your sorry ass up. That's when Brad will come and get you. The guy that fucking left you here. He got scared and left you here. He's such a fucking jerk off. This all could have been avoided if he just stayed where he should have. Ah, damn it. I don't remember everything. Plus I'm just talking a lot. Yeah, that will be the cliche of this house. Replace the good one with the shitty one. I'm gonna go get the shitty one now. Oh, I hear somebody. These guys are so gonna turn on me. I can't see this guy's skin color, that sucks. Oh! Mother. See, that's why I love this game. This is why this is my favorite old school Resident Evil game. Because it still has it in it can still startle me. It still surprises me, even though I've been playing it for like fucking years. The guy that made this game, which was the original game's director, he knows what he's doing. He's a really good director. His name is Shinji Mikami. If you ever see a game made by Shinji Mikami, I recommend you try it out. Because this guy just really knows what he's doing. And my favorite new school Resident Evil game, he also made Shinji Mikami also made, which was Resident Evil 4. Then it just never got better from there. They just couldn't do it. Because the rest of the ones kept on getting passed on to like nobodies. Bunch of nobody directors, and they just couldn't replicate it. How could they? It was fucking 2 players. You're supposed to be scared all by yourself. That's Resident Evil. You're scared because you're all by yourself. Even if they would have like nailed the atmosphere and made it really scary, like Resident Evil 5 and 6 would just never be scary. Because you have somebody watching your back at all times. You would feel safe. You're not supposed to feel safe in Resident Evil. You're supposed to feel like you're gonna fucking die tonight. Oh, I hear my grenade friend. I saw him with my ears. I forgot what I used the lighter for again. For this puzzle, you look at this picture. Short breast, long head. Short breast, long head. Watch, I'll still fuck it up. Because I'm stupid. Small. Turns the big one for some reason. I said long head, right? Ugh. This is really fucking with me. Okay, long head. Ugh. It's not the way I wanted to turn it. I don't know what left or right is today. I'm a jerk. Voila. Ding, ding, ding. You have solved the puzzle. Ring the bell. Congratulations. Here's your key. Don't get bit by the snake now. Good luck. I'm not gonna save tonight. I'm not gonna save at all to prove that I beat this game without dying. Because if I save anywhere, then I can edit the video and shit and fool you. I ain't gonna fool you. I'm gonna completely prove I can survive the night. I think everybody's dead here, I think. This is a bit of a memory game too. If you don't remember things, you're dead. Oh yeah, I remember this guy. Thank God. Halt! What the fuck are you... Jesus, Jill, why did you do that? Jill was not listening to me. She started pointing the gun at the other way. Why would you do me like that, girl? I'm about to fight a big ass snake. I'm gonna take all the healing I can. I'm not gonna fight it. It's kind of pointless. Because it comes back later anyways. Jerks. It was the director's jerky idea of like making you waste ammo. He likes to screw you over. He doesn't want you to live. Oh, don't die on me, Richard. Stay put, buddy. Don't be a hero. I used all of it. Ugh, I'm just gonna be safe. Oh, this guy might turn on me. Well, he'll turn on me eventually. Alright, let's go.
Payback time.
Damn it, Rich. Oh, I got hit. That sucks. Oh. Oh. God. Oh. Oh, I'm just gonna do it. I want to survive the night. Where the hell's Richard?